Good morning, everybody. So, how are you doing today? So, just an announcement. Your Friday will be a test, right? So, you need to bring your ID. Please bring your KSU ID. Okay. So, without any kind of photo ID, your test will not be accepted. Please. Last time we gave you a favor, but this time I cannot give you. I cannot accept your test without any ID. Okay. Can anyone please help me to tell me what was discussed in your last lecture? Array, right? One-dimensional array. Dr. Chastain discussed how to find max and mean values. Okay, that's good. So if you understand that at that much, then it will be good. And if you understand today's lecture, then you should be good for your upcoming test for array questions. Okay, but if you lose your attention for today's lecture, you may lose some points. Okay, so let us start. So here is a C++ notation, mainly C++ notation for an array, mainly an one-dimensional array declaration, right? So we declared an array named marks. So I give just plural marks in plural. So whatever array you can name is your option. You can give any name, okay, but please do not give any name that is defined for any other variable. For instance, if you have a variable marks, okay, do not give marks for your array name. Okay, so that will be something ambiguous. Okay, so what we did here, we declared an array of integer type that is size 5, and these are the initial values. Okay, so we declared, so that means array marks 0. All in arrays start with index 0, right? So index 0, so marks 0 will be 10. Okay, marks 1 will be 20, and then marks 4 will be 50. Okay, so this is only mainly in C++, but this works for both Java and C# as well as this format. Okay, so here, but only this one is different in Java, special in Java, that if we want to find the length, or that means size of this array, in C++ we need to find size of the entire array, that will find the size of the how many bytes the entire array takes. An integer type variable takes 4 consecutive memory bytes, we know that, right? So there are 5 integer type elements in this array, so that will take 5 times 4 equal to 20 consecutive bytes. So the size of will give here 20 over here. So if we want to find the length of this array, so we need to divide it by size of any individual element. So size of marks 0 will be 4. So if we divide 20 by 4, so then we will get 5, right? So here, this is why in C++ it is different, but in Java and C# there is a field in Java and C# that is called length property, built-in length property. We can use that easily find the length of an array. Okay, so in our last program we discussed how to find the multiplication and summation of the elements of an array. So if you want to find the sum of an array, elements, then we need to start with an initial, okay, some variable that must be initialized as 0. So in every looping, whatever we are doing, so we are incrementing sum by each of the marks element, okay, starting from I. Okay, this is for sum and this is for multiplication. If you want to find multiplication, we need to start with an initializer that it must be initialized by 1. That's it. That is what we discussed in our last lecture. So the course except this line number 12, to find the length, array length in C++ is differently. Other than all other courses are same, almost same for all languages. Anyone has any questions so far? Everybody is good? Okay, thank you. Okay. Today, so let us just play with this array. Nothing new. We will not nothing new for in the first half. But second half, for instance, we want to learn something. Since you are discuss how to find max and min, today I will discuss a little bit bound. For instance, how to find range. Okay, we will discuss this later, but let us do something else. Okay, for this array, let us do something. We want to display only the word elements. Only the word elements we want to display. The elements that are only word. Okay, there is no word element over here, but let us say that this is. Let us make it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have got some even elements and some word elements, right? So we want to display only word elements. So can anyone please help me? What should I do? We want to display only word elements. The elements, whatever elements are word in this array, we want to display. Okay, so anyone has any idea? How can we figure out the word elements? We know that this is the word element, right? 1 is the word element, 3 is the word element, and 5 is the word elements. And so how to find this? Anyone has any idea? Yes.
You do marks I mod 2, and if it equals 0, then it's even. If it doesn't equal 0, then it's odd.
Yeah, you're right. You're pretty close. So within for loop, we have another condition check. How can we check a condition? By using if statement. So okay, so within for loop, we'll say if what we want to check. We want to check my array element. My array. This is my element. Each of the element I, right? Okay, so I want to say this element is what, right? So how can I say that this is what? How can I check this is what element? Modulo. Using the modulo operator, right? If we divide by 2 and if we find the remainder equal to if remainder equals 0, then it will be even. Then remainder equal to not 0, right? If remainder equal to not 0, then that is what, right? Or we can say equal 1. Same thing. Then we will print that's okay, we can print this way. It will print. This line will print. So it has some like concatenation. So we are also printing like this way, marks. So like this way, it will print mark. Then after that, it will put opening square bracket. Then it will put I. then it will put closing square bracket, then it will put this. So if you do not understand this line, okay, then for now understand this line, like this is simple, right? So cout is used for output. In Java we write system.out.println. In C# we write console.writeLine. So similarly in C++ we write cout and then two less than sign, that is output operator, okay, and then whatever we want to print, and endl means print ln, it will keep a new line. This endl is equivalent to like this \n in C++. Okay, so let us understand this. Okay, so we are not going to see our output right after, we are not going to see our output right after this boundary. Okay, we will focus on our output only this above this boundary. So if you just want, if we add only one line of condition, then we will be able to display only the word elements. You see this one, 1, 3 and 5, right? But if we want to like this way, if we write print this entire statement, then it will give us also marks 0 equal to 1, marks. Okay, so here, anyone please tell me what is the error over here, my mistake here? Since after if condition I have more than one statements, right? So I need to enclose this with a curly brace, right? Okay, so now if I run this, then it's showing me array length 5, so 1 is marks 0 equal to 1, 3 is actually marks 2 equal to 3, and marks 4 equal to 5. So only this is my condition check. Anyone has any question? Okay, now if you understand this, how can I display the even elements? What I need to do to display the even elements? Here, right? Instead of not equal to 0, we need to put double equal 0, right? This is the logical equality operator. So then if I run this, then it will give me only the even elements, right? 2 and 4 are located at index 1 and index 3. Anyone has any question? Okay, so if you understand this, now let us do something else. We want to display elements that are located one even location, even indices. We want to display the elements that are located. So here it will display, right? What it will, let me put a even elements. So these are even elements. Okay, we want to display elements that are located on even places. Okay, elements located at even indices. What are our even indices? 0, 0th index, that means first index, right? 2 index, third index, right? And 4 index, right? So that means this is 0th index is even. 0 is by default considered as even number, right? Okay, although it does not have any value. So we need to put this is 0th index, this is 1 index, and this has index 2, so we need to print this, and this has index 3, we don't need to print it, and we want this is index 4, right? We need to print it, right? So how can I display?
Mod 2
Here a little bit change we need to do here. Can anyone please tell me? Yes. Sorry? Yes. Please tell me loudly. So tell me what do I need to type in here? I delete everything, okay? Mark I. You said marks I, like this I? This I? Within square bracket I, right? So you mean this, right? Okay. Dot. Dot. Length. You said length? And you have any different idea? It's very simple. Yes. Yes. It's very simple. If I say I, it's my index, right? Modulo 2 equal 0. So the variables I over here, the variable I over here is denoting my indices, right? So if I modulo 2 equal 0, okay, that is ambiguity, the first element, right? So we will get the first element, I'm sorry, if says 0 modulo 2 equal to what? Can anyone please help me? 0 modulo 2 equal to? Yes. Not 2, 0. Okay. And then, so we just need to check like this. If I modulo 2 equal 0, then we are getting the even numbers. If numbers look not even numbers, I don't care whether my number is even or what. Okay, I care that if my location is even. Okay, so if I run this, so this one actually elements located at even indices are 1, 3 and 5. 1, 3 and 5. I'm not finding even elements, okay? I'm finding, for instance, here, so, okay, so we got something here. So, okay, let us compare the difference between line number 16 and line number 24. Compare this, okay? So in line number 16, we are finding the elements that is even. But line number 24, we are finding the index that is even. Anyone has any question? Everybody understands? Okay. So if you get a similar kind of question in your test, okay, and if you mistake it, you will get punishment, special punishment, okay. Not only your points will be deducted, you should get punishment. Okay. So now tell me how can I find the word elements that word indices? So I found elements at word indices, even indices 0, 2, and 4. I need word indices. There is no one to help me?
I mod 2 is double equal 1.
Yes. If I say I mod 2 equal to 1, then it will give us the elements 1 what position. So my what position is 1 and 0 and 1 and 3, right? The second element and this fourth element. Okay, anyone has any question? I'm going back to even positions. Anyone has any question? Yeah, please do some practice. These are very simple, not rocket science. Okay. If you do practice, then it will be good. You will do some, maybe you will do some mistake, and then, but ultimately you will learn this. But if you do not do any practice, then in your test, do not memorize, please. Even if you memorize this code, and if you do not practice, then definitely you will forget something in your test. So what can I do, or what can I say to motivate you to practice? Okay. Now, that's good. I want to. Okay, so now if we understand this, how to find the elements at what positions or even positions. Now, if we want to find the sum of the elements at what position, you can do that, right? So these are the elements that coming sum of the elements at even indices, right? So now if you want to add the elements that are one even indices, you can do that, right? Now we need to put a sum variable over here, and we need to put this code, sum equal to sum plus. So this course is titled as programming and problem solving. So you need to program in order to solve some problems, right? Keep in your mind that you are not learning programming here only, so you are also learning how to solve some problems. Okay, so now do I need to write this code over here, how to add elements what are located on even indices? Should be able, right? So there might be two different questions. So here this part, just write the elements that are even or what, right? I can sum here. If I write if I increase my sum variable within this, then it will do what it will do. It will add the elements that are even. Okay, so let me do this. Let me do one part. Okay, now okay, one thing that you may have noticed that I am here declaring I every time I say I equal to int I. Okay, since this I is being declared within a for loop, so this is considered as a local within this for loop. So I cannot use this I within this for loop. So every time I have to declare a new type, new integer. Okay. So here, so I want to say sum of the even elements. So what do I need to do? Can anyone please help me? I need a sum initializer, right? Int, let me do sum, okay, equal 0. Okay, do I need to do equal 0 here? Huh? No. I'm not checking. This is logical operation, right? Relational operator. I'm not doing relational check, right? So I'm just assigning value. This is called assign operator. Okay.
I got a question. So can you delete the one?
Huh?
Can you delete the sum variable that you wrote all the way down there?
All the way down. So this is why I'm going to tell you. Then next time I don't need to put integer. I need to only put sum. I cannot give two variables same name to declare two variables. Okay, if it's a sum equal to 0, then fine. Okay, so what do I need to do here? Can anyone please tell me? I want to find the sum of the even elements. Then I need to sum equal to sum plus what? Mark side, right? Okay, then after the for loop, right after out of the for loop, I need to print sum of the here outside the for loop. I need to put sum of the even elements equal to sum. So like code only this part. So I am adding up only the even elements, right? The elements, I'm checking the elements here. If it is even, then I am actually, I don't need, in this case I don't need this, actually these two lines you can get rid of. Just only this, but my code will be this line and this line, the if line and this line. So here my sum of the even elements, is 6, right? What are the even elements? 2 and 4, right? 2 plus 4 equal to 6. Okay. Okay, and everyone understand this? How to find sum of the even elements. Okay, now the last one, I want to find sum of the elements that are located on even indices. Okay, I want to print sum of the elements, okay, located in even indices. Okay, so if I want to do this, so here then I need to increase my sum variable here. So I don't need to declare the sum again because I already have this my sum declared, unless you give a different name. Okay, so for instance, if you want to give a different name of this variable, then you can get, that's okay, you can give a new variable. For instance, if you say int sum underscore even, okay, something like this, then you must need to initialize is 0. So this is a mistake that sometimes people do, even skill programmer forget sometime, okay, to initialize this. So then if I give my variable like this, then I can change my variable over here, and there is a shortcut way, right? Instead of writing this, I can write like this is okay, but I can write plus equal and then I need to print this. So some of the elements located in even indices are 1 plus 3 4 plus 5 9. So here, although we are discussing with a very small array, but our goal is that if you understand this, then you should be able to do any array, because for all array you will get your length by this statement, no matter what is the size of your array, how large or small. Anyone has any question? Okay, if you don't have questions, now your activity, let us do an activity. Okay, so like let us start with this array and write a code. Try everybody, how many minutes do you have? 10 minutes? That's good. Okay, try yourself. Okay, please open your book, open your paper or computer. Try yourself to write a program in your language, whatever language you know, to find the range of an array elements. Okay, declare this array. Okay, it's simple. Find the range. How can you find range? Okay, range will be, anyone know how to find range? Range is the difference between max element and min element. So you need to find max and min at the same time, and you need to range equal to max minus min. So it's large program, although you try yourself. Yes.
Do you want us to hard code the elements in it?
The elements are here.
So just that one?
Yes, that one. So in this case, the range will be 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Okay, give it a try. So you need to find both max and min value, both maximum and minimum value. Anyone has done? Any improvement? Someone can show me something? Display pane. Yeah, try yourself. Okay. Okay, I just wrote here the find how to find the max value, but I just want to note the common mistake that many people do. So you must assign the max variable with index 0. But no matter if you put any other number, for instance, without this, if you put 100, 1000, million, it may not work. Okay, some people may say that no, max integer range. That's the easiest way, that you must initialize with the first element. So initially I say my max equal to my first element. What is my first element? Is marks with index 0, right? Okay, and for minimum we also initialize the first element by first element. Okay, but remember that while we are finding summation, then we initialize by 0, right? And when we are finding multiplication, then we initialize by 1. But when we find max or mean, we will initialize by first element, first index elements. Okay, 0th index. Okay, then we will check for all of the elements if our next, that here we will start from 1. So since we assign the first element to max, we are going to all other elements, the second, starting from the second element. Second element has index 1, right? So we'll check for I int I equal to 1 to I less than 1 L, okay, I plus plus, and then if mark I greater than max, then max, then we will update our max over here. Similarly, if we find mean, okay, then we need another condition over here. If marks I less than mean, then we will update my mean over here. Okay, and then we will get max and mean. Okay, give me 1 minute please. Mean will be here, mean equal to mean, and then my range will be, range is not an element, is we need to print max minus mean. This is my range, this is the first line we wanted to do. So if I run this program, okay, so actually we need E and DL, okay, practice this at home, and I will surely see your program in our next lecture. Thank you so much, and have a good day.